These things really just need to be said. What's up guys, MtgJedi here, and I have been meaning to make this video for quite some time, and since I'm out of town this week at basketball camp, I really thought that this would be a great opportunity to get all my thoughts in one place. I mentioned some of these things at the beginning of the year, but that video did not get a lot of views, and honestly, I couldn't even find it when I was looking for it, so probably that means you couldn't either. So let's talk about what Raid needs to survive in 2022. I got my handy dandy, oh, it doesn't like it. Okay, I got my handy dandy notebook here, and we are going to go over the notes, and I have a lot of great ideas. Really important stuff that Raid needs to survive. So let's go ahead and start talking about it in no particular order. We know that in the game, there is the Sky Peak, aka Void Tower. The only change we've had to this in the entirety of the game being out is the change from purple to red. Okay, what we know about this is that they said at some point this was going to be a way to enhance our champions. They showed like mechs and like a completely different style of champion, a completely different genre of champion, a mechanical android robot monster type of a thing. You know, similar to what you would see in some anime, or I'm trying to think, like sci-fi things, you know, this type of mech warrior, a robot guy. And I think that this is definitely a needed feature in the game. Okay, definitely a needed feature in the game. There's a lot of things that this could do, but we honestly have no idea how it's going to work. Okay, I would love for this to be able to work towards empowering your champions. Okay, I think that that could be the easiest way. Okay, like maybe once per month, you could fight through there and add an empowerment level to your champion. I think that would be pretty cool. I think maybe you could add a new ability slot to your character. Okay, so you come in here, you take a look at skills, and then down here we add a new slot for it to be able to be added in there. Okay, another thing they could do would be to add the ability to unlock the third mastery tree. That would be very interesting. Okay, we actually have no idea what they're going to do. What we fear they're going to do is to upgrade the stars in some way on your champions, and that, from what I know, has been the downfall of many games in this genre, so I hope we don't go with that. If they go with 7-star champions in there, I think that will also be a disaster. So there's a lot of, it's like, of all the things in the game, we need to be the most careful about this, because I think this has the ability to break the game. You could just shock the world and make this be a library for us to farm book pages. Everyone would totally be okay with that and sing your praises for all of time. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with it, but I think that it could be very, very cool. Could be very cool. But I think we need it in the game. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, we drastically need a new system for fragments. That's not the right place. We drastically need a new system for fragments. This is not going to work, Polarium. Okay, I have 40 fragments for this dude, 35, 30, 25, 25, 20, 15, 15. These are literally never going to do anything. Can I please just delete, delete, delete? I just don't want this on my screen. It makes it seem like I'm working towards this, but I am not. I am working towards Rian the Conjurer, Gerda, Yakarl, and Urost. Okay, that's who I'm actually working towards. And then these ones down here, I just can never get them. I don't know why Thea's still here. I already summoned her. Why is she still there? Okay, you know, I understand having the Doom Tower champions in here. Why is Yannicka here? I already summoned her. Leo summoned her. I do not understand why the system is the way it is. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. The best thing you can do is to create universal fragments. Just do it. And then if you don't want someone like Mithrala to be included in that system, that is fine. But I think that if you want to, you can create different types. Like you could have Doom Tower fragments, and then you could have fusion fragments. Okay? Like you don't have to have just one type. It doesn't have to be a universal fragment, but it would be smart because that would be way easier. Okay? Like, what if I got extra fragments for Versolf, I could apply those to getting a Doom Tower champion. Oh my! That might actually give us the ability to catch up and get these champions at some point on our account. But the second part to this is, what are we going to do in the Doom Tower? Okay, what are we going to do? Because when I beat these secret rooms, I have to go through the normal progression. Okay, and so that means I have to go in order. I can't get Dark Kale. I have to get Rian. That's not a choice. I don't get to choose that. Okay, I get Gerd as a login reward. Still don't like that. Put back the Sacred Shard. But we should be able to choose the order that we get these champions in. So if you don't want to do the universal fragments or specific types of fragments, at least let us choose the order, okay? Like, I think that it would be super cool to mess around with Basatha. I think it would be cool to mess around with him. But I can't do that because I'm never going to get him. Or if I do, he will be like, so who cares about him by the time I can get him? And this is the case for the majority of players. Okay, let me put it to you this way, Plarium. The majority of players do not have Thea the Tomb Angel. So how are they going to get Basatha or someone else? Okay? How are they going to get Basatha or someone else? Right? How are they going to get this guy, Jinro? I actually think this guy is super cool. Granjar, never going to get him. You have to play for like 5 years to get him. Okay? So just let us choose or add other ways to get fragments or put in a universal type fragment. That is the only thing that makes sense for the longevity of the game. Otherwise, when the very first person gets the last champion available, then you're going to add 5 more champions, right? Don't do it, okay? That's the only way to do it that makes sense. The only way to do it. Now, on the note of Doom Tower, I also think that we are ready for a Doom Tower buff, okay? And here's what I want to do with this content, okay? Number 1, I want to reorganize the bosses in the Doom Tower, okay? This is one of the 2 main ideas that I have, okay? There's 3 rotations, but there's only 8 bosses, okay? That's silliness to me. I think that each Doom Tower should have its own set of bosses, and there should be no overlaps. So, rotation 1 has Frostbiter, Scarab, Magma Dragon, Nether Spider. Just take out the Magma Dragon and the Nether Spider there. Leave the Frostbiter and the Scarab, which are the 2 unique bosses to that. Well, really, Frostbiter's the only unique boss. Scarab's in other rotations. But leave the Frostbiter, leave the Scarab, and add 2 new bosses. Okay? Then for rotation 2, you're going to have Eternal Dragon, Griffin, Nether Spider, and add a new boss. Okay, then for Dark Fae, Bommel, Magma Dragon, and add a new boss. This will give a freshness to every rotation of the Doom Tower. Okay, it's like you're creating a whole year's worth of new content by actually creating very little new content. It's brilliant, right? So, after that, what you want to do is you want to change Bommel more. That is people's least favorite content. It's like Hydra Clan Boss and Bommel. Change Bommel. He still sucks. Everybody still hates him. Please change him again. I know you've done it. Do it again. I promise you it will help the game. Okay? Now, we also really need some just like quality of life, like updates to different areas of the game, okay? We have added fragment fusions to the summoning portal. We've added all of this stuff to the Guardian Ring. I mean, it'd be nice if you gave us a way to get some tokens other than sacrificing legendaries. 99% of players do not use this, okay? We've had some upgrades to the tavern. We need more. Okay, just give us a button, skip all animations, give us a button, fully ascend a champion. We don't need to click through all of these things day after day. Okay, so let's update these areas of the game. The biggest place we need an update to is the market. I would love to see all of the shops in one place. Bring the clan shop, bring the 3v3 shop, and put them all in the same spot. And while you're at it, buff the marketplace, because right now literally the only thing anyone buys is their 1 mystery shard per day and then the 5 ancient shards at the beginning of the month. That's it. Otherwise, this is a complete waste of space. So there's plenty of ways we can make this cooler. Okay, you could add a bunch of once per month things in there. Once per month you can purchase tokens for the token trader. Once per month you can buy a sacred shard. And let's add 5 times per month you can get void shards, just like 5 times per month you can get ancient shards. Okay? Or make it 3, okay? Don't be stingy. So we need quality of life improvements. It would be great maybe once per month we could buy some fragments for our Great Hall, medals for the Great Hall, excuse me. That would be another thing you could put in the market, okay? All of those things would be wonderful. All right. Now, I think that we need an increased way to get champions. Okay. With how many champions there are in the game, I think that you need to raise the rates of getting legendary champions in multiple ways. Okay. So instead of just having a 10x, this needs to be changed. The 10x right now is a laughable joke. It does not increase your chance to get these champions hardly at all. The epics are reasonable, but the legendaries are not. If you pull a legendary, you are not likely to get one of these champions. Not at all. So increase those chances. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep encouraging all of you players to not pull on 10x's. Do not use your shards on 10x's. Go watch my video. Go watch my video from this summoning event right here. Go watch my video from this event where I was trying to pull for a Hefrack. If you ever want to pull on a 10x, watch that video first. Promise you. Okay? I think that we need to continue to do buffs, but we also need buffs on rare champions. Add some good rares to the game. Buff some rares. Make more usable rares that are interesting, okay? I think that would go a long way to helping the game, and I think that that would help us in the Doom Tower secret rooms. Speaking of which, let's change a lot of the Doom Tower secret rooms. Like, why? Please tell me why. When I have a Dark Elves secret room, I have to fight all the Dark Elves against Dark Elves. Why? That makes no sense. That is boring. Then we're using all the same champions against all the same champions. And what everybody hates in all of these types of games is mirror matches. When you have to fight the same team against the same team, that is what players do not like. Don't like it. That's why we want diversity. We want to fight our high elves against the dark elves, or our dark elves against the orcs, or the ogren. You've started incorporating these changes on champion abilities, and that way, that would come into effect here. It would be very interesting, okay? In addition, the rare secret rooms are the most toxic part of the game, in my opinion. They are the most toxic part of the game. Please just stop it. Just stop it, okay? I would rather not do this content with rares in these secret rooms and just be further behind, because that's how awful it is. This is my least favorite content in the game, is rare secret rooms. It is in no way enjoyable, and I think that that is the thing that needs changed the most in the game. Okay? Now, probably when this goes live, the Clan versus Clan banner will be up here, and that is a really important part of the game. Okay, I guess I kind of made it seem like we need to change Clan versus Clan in the thumbnail, but what I really meant is we need to add clan wars to the game. That's the number one thing that Raid needs for longevity, is clan wars, and I have a really cool breakdown of that for you, Polarium. This is exactly how it should work. Okay. It was really hard for me to find this, okay? So, in the last game I played before Raid was called Crush Them All. You can see it at the top of the screen here. This is how Guild Wars worked in that game. Ignore the graphics. The graphics are terrible, but the game was fun, okay? So, this game mode kept me playing Crush Them All for 2 years longer than I would have. I would have quit Crush Them All if it wasn't for my guild and Guild Wars, because that was the most interesting part about the game. Okay, so I'll just pause that here. You can read that if you want. Okay, and then we'll scroll down here. Okay, so at the top you can see the two clans are set off against each other. You have a prep time, just like with Clan versus Clan. Okay. Now, the next part is super cool, super important. So, there were 6 towers, and each person in your clan could set up 2 or 3 teams total. Okay? And you would just base that on whatever you want to base it on. So, let's just say each person in the clan sets up 2 teams. Okay, now for Crush Them All, it was magic champions, gunners, light heroes, fire heroes. I don't even know what this black one is over there. You can't even see it. And then rangers, okay? But for Raid, this could be void champions, magic champions, force, okay? It could be the affinity. It could be the faction. It could be the type of champion, attack, defense, HP. And this would allow us to set up a defense and then fight the defense. You already have the mechanics in the game with Arena. That's already how it works. You just have us set up an Arena team. I personally think it'd be cool if it was a 5 or 6 mana Arena team. That would be interesting. And it would get us to use a lot of champions that we're not using already. You could make champions that are very good for this game mode. Okay. And then there was a castle phase as well. So there's 3 phases. Setup, forts, that's the 6 around the outside, and then castle. So based on the forts that you defeated, you got a bonus towards the castle phase. Okay? And you could only set up champions once. So every champion could only be used once. So if I use Arbiter in the support champions, then I can't use Arbiter in the Void champions. You can only use each champion once. Okay, so if I have 2 Arbiters, then I could use one in both teams. Promoting your dupe system, all right? And then you get to use all of your champions again in your castle attack. And everybody gets 2 defenses, everybody gets 2 attacks. And then in your attacks, you can only use each champion once as well, right? But then depending on which fort you defeat, those are the buffs that you get for the castle phase. So if I defeat the Void Champion Tower and the Support Champion Tower, then my Arbiter has a double buff in the castle phase. Okay? If you want Plarium, have a meeting with me. I will break this down in further detail. You just copy and paste this and do it in a raid way. Everyone will love it. Tell me in the comments below that you will love this. I mean, or not. If you have a different opinion, that's fine too. But there's a whole lot of stuff here. That's what the champions looked like in this game. And then you got keys towards opening a chest. That's really cool. Do that. And then it's another loot box mechanic. Okay? All of this stuff is really, really important for raid. We need a guild wars in the game. Period. End of story. I don't know what you need to do. Put it in the game. Put it in the game. Alright, so the last couple things let's go through here quickly. The dungeons in raid need an update, and mainly it is Ice Golem. Nobody ever wants to do Ice Golem. Everybody always skips it. Your metrics tell you that that's true. So come in here and buff these sets. Buff these sets. And the number one thing you could do, in my opinion, just take the cursed set out of the game, replace it with Relentless, and come out with a new set for tournaments that is very good. Okay? And let us farm Relentless in Ice Golem, buff the rest of these sets, change the Ice Golem boss a little bit so he's not so stupid, ignoring all of our defense and wiping our team for no reason. Change Ice Golem. It would also be cool to get a new dungeon. I think that would be very wonderful. Bring in some of the artifact sets from random areas of the game. Put them all in the new dungeon. That would be very enjoyable for a lot of players. Add Minotaur 20. Now, what are you waiting for? We've been playing this game for so long and we don't have Minotaur level 20. Please. Please, Plarium. We need this in the game. This is an area of the game that would be great to speed up, okay? I think at some point, probably this year, we're going to get a new faction. I said it at the beginning of the year. I'll say it again right now. I think we are ready for a new faction, but we do need a buff towards getting champions if we're going to get a new faction, okay? Last but not least... No, wait, is that it? Did I get them all? I think I got them all. Oh, I know what the last thing is. I've said it many times that we need real, actual, special events in the game. Now, Plarium has taken that and listened, and they have tried, okay? We got the Forge Pass. We got the Path of Light. Both of those things could use buffs. Talk to us. We have like 5 million ideas on other ways you can do special events in the game. And continue on that thought process. Continue. Like, don't stop where you're at. Keep going. Get more different things, more better things, more rewards. Okay? Stop with this nonsense of skin fragments and just give us the skin. What is so wrong with giving a skin as a reward? Why is that wrong? Dead silence for 3 seconds to build the importance of that statement. This is nonsense. I do not want to promote this. Stop selling the skins for ridiculous amounts of money. That's silliness as well. Okay? You need to fix the skin system and just... There's over 700 champions in the game, Plarium. It's so easy to make a skin, like, just stop being so silly with this procedure. We shouldn't have skin fragments. We shouldn't have, like, ridiculous prices. Just put them as a reward and let people get them. Like, when I come in here to this tournament, okay, this is a great example. Okay, this is a great example. In one tournament, when you do a fusion, you could release a skin. Okay, I clicked on Classic Arena. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to click on Fire Knight, because these rewards in Fire Knight over here are embarrassing, and you should stop doing this. A 4-star chicken as the top reward, and the 5 fragments as the second reward? That is embarrassing, okay? embarrassing, and you should be ashamed of yourself. So, wrapping up the video here, put a skin for the Fragment Champion as the top reward on the right side track so everybody can get it. Okay? Then, that way, we have cool options for our new character, right? And then you can do that in a lot of different things. And then when you want it to be really special, then put it as like the top 3 people in a tournament get it. Okay? So I hope that this was good for you. I guess it kind of felt like a rant. Hopefully not. You know, I try to keep it positive around here, but I am positive that these are the things we need in Raid. Tell me in the comments below what you think we need in Raid. What of those ideas do you like? Which ones do you love? Which ones do you think could be improved? Give me all of your feedback. I will read every single comment on this video. I promise you, because I want to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.